How is everybody? So I just got back home from the theater. I'm glad it is still open. And this is literally my second time watching Nomadland. And after watching the first time and the second time, I was, browsing the internet looking for reviews that that I can agree with or that I feel resonate with. And it's kind of disappointing because I have yet to find a review that I truly agree with. So I just feel like there are things that needs to be said about this film. And somehow I couldn't find anybody saying it. So I'm gonna say it. This is the best film I've ever watched. I think in at least in the past 5 years. Just in terms of excellence, the only thing that's comparable that give me as much of a shock as much as this is Gone Girl, and obviously that was a very different genre, very different director, very different film. But they are just both so excellent. But anyway, I'm making this video mainly to talk about why I think some people. I understand why people don't. Some people wouldn't be able to. Well, I don't want to sound condescending, but they wouldn't feel like liking the film. And honestly, if it was 3 years ago, I would probably also watched it, but only support it because Chloe Zhao is. I just need somebody who have some who is Chinese that can actually make it in Hollywood. So it will be purely for that reason. But now watching it, it just hit home so badly, and I think people talk about basket, like shooting in the basket, or like famous lines about I'm now houseless, I'm not homeless, I'm houseless. And those are all great, but I think in the essence this film is incredibly melancholic. It is about losing. It's about loss. Losing someone that you love, and it creates such a chasm, and you need time to heal over that wound. So need a lot of solitude, but at the same time, as human, well, at least I do, and Frances McDormand in the movie do, also need human connection. So I think people are talking about how it gets repetitive in the third act, and I've kind of felt the same way in the beginning when I first watched it. But I start to disagree because this is showing the movie is about she connect with someone and she could stayed and lived in this traditionally conventionally happy life, and she couldn't because the loss is hurting so badly. You need solitude to heal. I don't know if anybody has experienced it. You were such a bad time that you just want to be by yourself, and that is and when and they can last for a day or something, but when you lost your husband, and you lost your job, you lost your tongue, you kind of lost your identity. The beginning of the movie is about postal code that was revoked. Everything she had was erased. That was how bad it is. her husband was gone, her time was gone. The time that she spent and investing her entire life staying is gone. Her life is gone. That is the loss. And that's why she's hurting so badly that she needs so much solitude. And that's why she need to depart from people, because she just couldn't fit in. She just couldn't stay because it hurts so badly. And it just doesn't feel right. I don't know if you get it. And it's fine. I don't want to sound condescending at all. I don't know if people get it, but you just need so much time alone, and she need time to get over her loss, and the way she handles it, which is exactly like mine, is to have a lot of alone time. And I'm sure people out there are people who heal by connecting with new people and always immerse yourself into a crowd, and that is perfect. Um, but there are also people like me and like Fern in the movie. I need to heal by being alone, but I can't be completely alone because, well, she can't either because she was a nomad, so she need to learn the skills, and at the same time the weather doesn't allow it, the money doesn't allow it. So it was a struggle, and she struggles between connecting with people, but she also can't commit to any connection because she's hurting. And when you are just cut by 1,000 pieces, you can't hug people, because even when you hug people, it hurts. So the only way to hug another person is to wait until your wound heals. And that's why she talked to Bob Wells twice. Once in the beginning, where she said she doesn't know what to do, she doesn't know what's going on, she doesn't know how to get over the loss. And the second, near the end, where she said, you know, that she's in a more calmer state of mind, and she was saying that she needs to she probably spent too much time thinking about Bob. She was already being meta and being able to view what she has been doing from a third person perspective. And what Bob said is, you never depart. If you think about the people you lost, you never really leave them forever. You always see them on the road. And then Fern smiled because, with all the experiences, meeting all the people, immersing herself through nature, connecting with her sister, it's just all and everybody else. And she's able to be calm, and she's able to heal. And the idea behind the healing is, even though she and her husband are are separated by death, um she'll always see him on the road. So this is not the end. um I think. And the music, it was incredible, but there is such a logic behind it. Chloe Zhao, she played the same song every time when she's leaving people and when she's being alone. And I kind of get it because the loss is so huge and so permeating through every perspective of your life that, when you are not talking with people, you are immersed in your own melancholy, your own sadness. You're just drowned, and that is what this is like. There's one part where the music in the background is like, it's like even louder than the people playing guitar, because the the movie in the background is her sadness, is her loss. And that's just so strong. It's permeating through everything, and it's every second when she's by herself, when she's not with people. She's thinking about her loss, and she's thinking about Bob, not Bob. excuse me, she's thinking about her husband and the life that have she has lost. And that music, that specific song, is just telling you that she's immersed back into her emotions. And I understand why people wouldn't get it, because it's hard to relate if your parents are alive, you know, and you always have a big friends and big support group of friends and family. So I really do understand why people wouldn't get it. And I don't blame anyone. I genuinely wish that I wouldn't get it as well, because it kind of takes someone who have been there to kind of relate the healing process. And but I think it's a it's a great film.